Ho hum, let's take a look at the race for Best Drama Actress. We know that Glenn Close makes this race not close at all. She won last year, and Chris, the episode she chose for the judges this year, it's the finale of season 2. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's a really good episode. I don't think it's as good a submission as last year's pilot, but I went back to watch all of these ladies here in the last week or so, and I had seen, of course, the finale back earlier this year, and it wasn't more impressive than I thought it was. She's really, really good at it. It's so funny when I watched all 6 of them almost back-to-back over a couple of day period. Glenn Close is like a film actress doing TV, and everybody else in this category just seems like they're TV actresses picking up a paycheck. I mean, it's really that much of a spread between them.
Holly Hunter is an Oscar winner, Chris. Shame on you.
Can I just pop in for a sec? Because I just don't want the Closenator to win. Because it's like everything in her path is going to be destroyed by that look that she gives to the camera. And I really love Damages, but can we not give the award to Glenn Close? Because she just wins for everything. And I really don't think she was that good in the finale. Like, she sits in a chair most of the time and she looks at Rose Byrne, and Rose Byrne is pretty good in it. But, come on, let's not give the Emmy to Glenn Close. She won last year. Let's do something different. And you know what? Kyra Sedgwick has been nominated 852 times. Let's give her the Emmy.
Okay, why? Does she deserve it? Tell us about her episode.
Yes,
what?
She did. Her episode, Cherry Bomb, is fantastic. She does her usual shtick where she's kind of funny and she puts on this very, I don't know what accent she's doing. It's something southern. Chris would know. But she does it really well. And then she cries. And you know what? I watched it with my wife because I always like to get the female perspective. And her episode is very similar to Mariska Hargitay's, and that's why I have them both up towards the top. They're both about rape and murder of a poor young woman, and my wife was eating it up. She was all over it like white on rice. She loved it, and she said Kyra Sedgwick or Mariska Hargitay should win. Glenn Close, forget her, she's useless. Sorry, that's a terrible thing to say, but it's true. That's what she said to me. And then the others, Elisabeth Moss is in it for about 5 minutes, in her episode for about 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes are really, really, really good. So I'll be happy for anyone else to win. But let's give it to Kyra Sedgwick. She's really good in that episode. Seriously, you should watch it.
Chris, you and I were talking about this the other day, and you were saying that, because I haven't seen these episodes, and you and Rob have, and you were saying it's not even close. Come on, you said that nobody else can beat, right? You say this is...
Well,
Go ahead.
I read all these comments over the last. I've read all these comments over the last few weeks about, Sedgwick and Hunter and Hargitay, and I already knew what Elisabeth Moss's episode looked like, and when I actually sat down and watched everybody, I just could not believe the gap between Glenn Close and everybody else. That they're all fine in their roles, but Kyra Sedgwick's episode is one of her weaker submissions. She doesn't do anything in this episode.
No.
It's very procedural. Just in the past, she's been crying and she's been emotional, and here she's just going after the guy. There's nothing going on much here.
But you really want her to go after the guy. It's Baldwin. I don't even know what Baldwin it is, but you just want her to beat him up, and it's just like, oh yes, Mariska Hargitay. She does this whole "I'm in shock, I was raped in another episode" look on her face, and you're totally eating it up. And I hate Law and Order. I think I just don't like it. And I was watching it, and I couldn't wait for the conclusion. And Mariska Hargitay, she was like, yes, brilliant. But I don't know, like Glenn Close, she's okay. She was okay. You know what? She's got another episode where she screams at her ex-husband. She should have picked that episode because I thought she was brilliant in that. But in the finale, she sits on a chair, she cries a bit. I don't know.
No, you're wrong. I just can't believe. I can't believe. You got married and had a baby, and you're turning into a big crybaby now. I mean, every episode we've talked about, you're weeping at the end, and I don't know what's going on with you.
All right, I don't know what's going with me either.
You got to admit though, the best single scene of anybody's episode, comedy or drama, is that 3 or 4 or 5 minute scene with Elisabeth Moss at the end of her episode.
Totally.
Even though she's only on for a few minutes. She is so amazing in that 5 minutes or so. But
I don't even know why. It's
not
just
very.
So good in it. No, it's not.
It doesn't have a lot of emotion to it, though. It's not like she's 5 minutes amazing with, a lot of impact. It's very, very, very quiet. But I think she outacts everybody in this category. I just don't think the voters will go for that. They like things a little more dramatic than that.
Yeah. Look, I tell you what, I think I've got Glenn Close at number 1 only for this reason, because I know what Emmy voters are like. They're probably not going to vote for Kyra Sedgwick. Mariska Hargitay's already won. She probably shouldn't even be nominated because she doesn't have any buzz, right? Elisabeth Moss is in it for 5 minutes. Holly Hunter, let's just pretend like that didn't happen, because that show is just so unwatchable. I couldn't get through it all. I just thought, okay, I've got to turn this off because life's too short to watch this show. And then you've got...
Then we have Sally Field, the previous Emmy winner here. Come on.
God.
Is it that bad?
I had to fast forward through some of that. No, I'm sorry. That was unwatchable. That should not
Sally
be on
Field,
TV. Sorry,
Field
that's
does.
rude, but...
Sally Field wins this year, in my opinion. She has got the single worst submission of anybody in any category I've watched.
Why?
So far.
You know what?
Why?
Yeah.
She does nothing in that episode. It's like she took all the episode titles and put them in a hat and drew one out. I don't know how she chose that.
You know what? I think that was very nice of her. I have a feeling maybe she did it on purpose, because there's no way a sane person would have picked that episode. So I think she was saying, I've already won. I'm Sally Field. I've won everything. So I'm just going to pick this really bad episode so that Kyra Sedgwick can win because she's been nominated 100 times. That's what I was thinking.
I hope Sally Field and Kevin Dillon go have a drink at the bar or something, because neither one of them. Yeah, Kevin Dillon on the comedy side did the same thing. I don't know how. I don't know how these episodes get chosen.
You know what? I'm sorry that Jeremy Piven had a bit of sushi, but Jeremy Piven should have been nominated instead of Kevin Dillon, who does Bubkus in his episode, whereas Jeremy Piven is hilarious. And we're not talking about the category, I know, but Kevin Dillon, every time I think about having to watch that again, I just want to poke my eyes out. But that's besides the point.
But we are talking about the wisdom and the stupidity of these contenders, picking a sample episode for these judges and how shrewd and stupid they can be. And if Sally Field was as bad as apparently she is by both of your opinions, it's astounding. Why doesn't somebody do an Emmy intervention? Or maybe it's just contempt or ignorance about the process, because I have been backstage with these stars. I remember one moment. Let me tell you this one. When Tyne Daly won, the last time she won, I was emceeing the press room with the mic and I introduced her, and I said to my comrades in the press, this is the episode that Tyne won for. And what was the show she was even on? She was on that mother-daughter thing. Judging Amy. And I said she won for this sample episode. Do you know that Tyne Daly turned to me in front of 300 journalists and said, "No, I didn't." And I said, "Yes, you did." She goes, I didn't win for one episode. I won for the season. I said, well, you could say that, but you won because you submitted this one episode. She goes, "No, I didn't." I said, "Yes, you did." She has won 5 Emmys. She had no idea what the process was and no idea what she submitted. I couldn't believe it.
It's kind of sad. It's sad. You know what? They should just be asking Chris, and if they don't like Chris's opinion, maybe you, and if they don't like yours, maybe me. Because really, if they don't know what they're doing, maybe they don't want to win Emmys. Maybe they don't want to clean the dust off their mantle. I don't know, but thankfully they do listen sometimes. People like Aaron Paul have listened. Other people that Chris has helped have listened. And, if they win Emmys, they should be putting out a big ad in Variety.
Well, Hugh Laurie told us in our chat with the envelope just the other day that he has no idea what's chosen and he stays out of it. He lets his handlers handle it.
Wow.
Well, he hasn't won yet. Maybe he should start paying attention.
James Spader just won 3 Emmys in the past 5 years, 6 years. I met him in the hallway one time 2 or 3 years ago, and it was the week that they had to submit their choices, final chance, to get their episode titles in. So I just asked him point blank, what did you submit? He didn't know what I was even talking about, and he's proven that on the Emmy show where he says, "I don't know how I win these things." A lot of them don't know. Tom, in your book, did you not say on your Emmy book, John Goodman was a good example, Jason Alexander was a good example, just horrible at submitting episodes.
Right. It's astounding how stupid they are about the process. You'd think that they would learn, but for James Spader to get up there, as he did the one year when he won for the last time, but the third time, and said, I have no idea how I keep winning, insulting the people who gave this to him, that was the height of, I'm sorry, ignorance.